Hi, welcome back to my channel. The month of September was quickly away. Time is running fast, and I have a lot of illustrations to show you that I have colored. In total 28, and I have a few whips. First, in Matchstick Mouse, a floral coloring book by Morgan O'Brien, I have 3 pictures where I colored the background with alcohol markers. This one and this one, and a little bit of the tree. And in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Johanna Basford, I have started the leaves of this flower because I wanted to test the pencils. I've used the watercolor pencils by Castle Arts. Let's start with my finished pages. First, I have Creative Haven, Gnome Sweet Gnome by Teresa Goodridge. I have colored this picture, and I think I used watercolor crayons as a base and colored pencils on top. I believe I used the Castle Arts Soft Touch, and for the white areas some acrylic marker and gel pen. Next is Sorcière by Aurélie Castex. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. These little ones I counted as a page because it's a page, even if the image is so small. Yeah, this and the title page. In the background I used chalk pastels and some glitter gel pen. Don't know if you can see this, if the camera could catch the glitter elements. In this month I mostly used Castle Arts Soft Touch, and in the end of the month I used Castle Arts watercolor pencils. And then I have these 2 pages, all in colored pencils and a little bit of gel pen around the white areas. And this one is the background in oil pastels, and the white dots is acrylic paint. And then this is an old picture. Then I've colored this with water-based markers for the dress and the hat, and the rest of the picture is colored pencils. Yeah. Then I have Boule de Poil by Diane Dufour. And I have a couple of pictures colored this month. First I have this one in colored pencils with a white gel pen on the fur of the dog and the clouds and the t-shirt to cover the black lines. Then I have colored this one, also colored pencils with white gel pen on the white areas the fur and around the flowers, and there's a fine liner to cover the line around the circle. Then I have this one, also colored pencils and white gel pens on the white areas in the cat's fur. And then I have this one, hedgehogs. The leaves are based with watercolor crayons and then colored pencils on top. Johanna Basford, Miniature Enchanted Forest. I have where it is, a little one, this little illustration, and that's it. Mesdemoiselles, à chasser son chat is the next coloring book, and I colored the next picture, and it's this one, the cat drinking some water. I used colored pencils for the grass and the water, and in the water I have some acrylic marker, and the cat itself is based with watercolor crayons, and then I went over with colored pencils to smooth out the area, and there were some lines to define the fur, and there I went over with water-based markers for shading. Then I have another picture in Boule de Poil by Diane Dufour, and it's this one with the mushrooms and the mice. The background is Jackson watercolor crayons, and in the mushrooms and the leaves I tried out a whole bunch of different pencils I can't remember which mushroom was which pencil. Yeah, and in the white areas, as always, to cover the black lines, white gel pen. The next book is Christl Vogls Ausmalreise, der verwunschene Wald. It means Christl Vogel's coloring journey, the enchanted forest. And I've colored the next two pictures. I can't remember, but I think I have used Jackson watercolor crayons for the background and the larger areas, and then went over with colored pencils on top for shading. And as always, I used a white gel pen to outline the white areas and cover the black lines. I don't think you can see it, but I used some metallic watercolor paint in the wings of the fairy and the butterflies. Yeah. Next book is Colorful World. Regenbogen, ausmalen und entspannen. This means rainbow, coloring and relax. It's illustrated by Ursula Schwab, a German illustrator, and I colored this colorful illustration. Meine Welt ist bunt, my world is colorful, and I used, can you see it, metallic watercolor paint in the background, water-based markers and fine liners, and white gel pen and silver gel pen for the butterfly and between the rainbow lines. Yeah. My book is falling apart. The next book is Bei Nacht by Maria Trolle. The English version is titled with Nightfall, and I've colored the next picture, and I'm absolutely unhappy with this outcome. I've tried to color the flowers realistically, and I wasn't able to manage this. The colors are wrong, and I don't like this picture, but it's okay. It's okay. Then I have finished Pictures in Matchstick Mouse, a floral coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. And I have colored this one with alcohol markers as a base and colored pencils for shading on top. and some white gel pen as always to cover some black lines. And the next one, also alcohol markers as a base and colored pencils on top. Yeah, a little bit of white gel pen for the nose, and that's it. Sorcière, illustrated by Christophe-Alexis Perez, and I colored this bad girl. The moon is colored with metallic watercolor paint and the rest with colored pencils. In the background, the black background is water-based markers, and then I have some highlights in silver and gold on the dress with metallic gel pens. Next one is Colorful Moments, Cottage Dreams, Ausmalen und Entspannen. It means cottage dreams, coloring and relax. And I've colored this picture, and it's water-based markers diluted with water in the sky, and then I used ink tents, German ink tents, for everything else. Activated, and some white gel pens around the flower and the clouds. The next coloring book is Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten. This means my walk through the seasons by Rita Berman. And I've colored this raindrops page. The background is watercolor paint for children, and the raindrops are colored with colored pencils and some highlights with metallic gel pens in gold and silver and white. Next book is Colorful World, Erlebe das Jahr, Ausmalen und Entspannen. This means experience the year, coloring and relax. Color and relax. That's right, color and relax. Something like that. Experience the year. I have colored. I have to find it. There, the sleeping cat, and it's colored with Castle Arts watercolor crayons, pencils, not crayons, pencils. Activated with water and then went over dry with the same pencils. And then I have some highlights with metallic gel pens in gold, and around the cat white gel pen. The next coloring book is A Million Owls, Fine Feathered Friends to Color by Lulu Mayo, and I colored a double page. This one I used Derwent Inktense for the larger areas, for the background, sky, the grass and the owls and the dinosaur and the llama, and the hat, I think, and the rest I colored with colored pencils, and there are some golden highlights in the dinosaur and the owls, the eyes and the feathers. Yeah. And as always, some white gel pen around the white areas. Next I have Kerby Rosanes Imagimorphia, and this time only one page, not two. I colored this mechanical skull and thought I wanted to have some rusted metal tiles, and I colored this with Christl Arts watercolor pencils, activated with water and went over on top with dry pencils. And then I have some parts where I used metallic gel pens for highlights, and the background is acrylic marker, and then I used this stencil. Is it called stencil? I'm not sure. And then went over with just distress ink, black distress ink, with this type of brush, and outlined some of the parts with white and golden gel pen. The next book is Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou, Circle of Life. I have colored this picture with watercolor pencils dry only. There are some little highlights with white gel pen in the sky and around the cacti. Yeah. I like this. I like it very much. And the last book is Vintage Classic Coloring, pages 1 to 2 by Tatiana Bogema Stolova. And I colored the little mice in the pumpkin. And it's colored with Christl Arts watercolor pencils again, and activated with water, went over on top with a dry pencil again, and the background is filled with chalk pastels, and that's it. that was my coloring month of September 2024, and I have chosen my favorites for this month. It's Diane Dufour with Bull de Poil. Where it is? The Foxes. And it's Kerby Rosanes, Imagimorphia, the Metal Skull, and it's Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou, Circle of Life with the Night Desert. Which ones are your favorites of my coloring month? And if you are coloring too, tell me about your favorites in this month. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. It was a long video, and I hope I see you next time. Take care. Bye.